to the Addmaya FPL show, and I am Peter Muchibi, and today with me is our guest by the names Ibra.
Yeah, Ibrahim Subuka.
Ibrahim Subuka.
Yes.
So Ibra,
Yes.
what's your FPL name? Because I know in FPL usually your team name is also something that you have to think about, intimidate your opponents. What's your FPL name?
My FPL name is Kawempe Wagina. Yeah, since I'm from Kawempe, I had to sort it out like Kawempe Wagina. And of course, I'm a fan of that Russian.
I love that. I love that. You know, the guy is proud of where he comes from, Kawempe Wagner. So if you live in Kulambiro, please don't fear to name your team Kulambiro FC. You know, be proud of where you come from. Wow, that's beautiful. So, Ibra, of course we are here today.
Yes.
And there's a reason why we are here. And that reason can only be to celebrate you as the winner of the month of August, Addmaya FPL League. Woo! So congratulations, Ibra.
Thank you.
Oh, man. Cash money. So in the Addmaya FPL League, the winner who tops the month gets to take away 100K. We wish we could do more, but I mean, this can buy quite a number of KFCs and juices, and I have the honor and pleasure to hand it over to you. Congratulations, Ibra.
Thank you.
First count. You know, we want proof here.
Yeah, 100.
Woohoo! Great. So Ibra,
Yes.
first of all, it's a pleasure. I think FPL is really growing fast in Uganda, and it's nice to see people like dive in and enjoy. You know, FPL takes away the stress. You get to watch football, and not only your team. Even if your team is not performing well, you know, when you have assets in these different other teams, you get to release stress. You know, when you see Haaland score and you have him as captain, you release stress. But I want to ask you a few questions. You, what is your strategy? If you don't mind sharing, like what do you think gave you the edge over the other 1,000 players in that Addmaya League?
Actually, first of all, the formation is crucial. Actually, me, I use sometimes 3-5-2. 3-5-2. Yeah, you need some premium midfielders, midfielders who can score. Like Salah. But unfortunately, Salah was expensive. I couldn't afford him. So I went in for Bukayo Saka. And some Bagaini like Mbuemo, Brentford player. Actually, I had Mitoma.
Did you get his points in, I think it was game week 2?
Yeah, game week 2. Then I brought in Madison because the guy was on form and he was assisting and actually was playing very well. But I'm looking forward to get Gerard Bowen also.
Okay, so it's good you mentioned some of those names, and I have Salah on my team. And we have a saying in we have a WhatsApp group for our fantasy, and we say, Salah ta Salah, you know? Salah doesn't cut bugs. But he has been disappointing for me, though at least he always gives like an assist. I watched these last games and he could have had 3 assists, but Nunes, the man spoiled. But anyway, how long have you been playing FPL?
I started playing FPL last season, but things didn't go according to like what I wanted. I really performed poorly, so I went back to the drawing board. I decided to look forward to becoming a great FPL manager. So actually I started last season and I joined Addmaya. So I was scrolling on my Twitter account and I saw the code. So let me join. Like entering, I saw lots of people and I said, wow, I should really top this group. Unfortunately, I performed very poorly. Yeah, the
Addmaya League is very, very competitive, I must say. And you know, when you're in a league of over 1,000 people, to top that league, you really have to have a very cool strategy. But moving on quickly, I know FPL has this thing called chips, you know, where you have to play cheap. and it's entirely up to you when you want to unleash that chip.
Yeah.
I'm in a league where some guy unleashed his triple captain in game week 2, and he got 6 points. 6 points, yes. That was so we were all over him. But for you, when do you think one should unleash their triple captain, or when do you plan, you as you, to bring, because it's such a good tip. First of all, the triple captain, it's basically a chip whereby once you activate it on a player, whatever his points in that game week are tripled, you know. So yeah, for you, Ibra, share with us.
I think any FPL manager should activate this triple captain chip when their premium players like Salah, Haaland, and others are playing.
Guys, are you listening? Are you listening? So I have to stop this there, because a guy in my league triple captain, Isak. Now, Ibra has just given you a team. You have to select the high performance players. Yes.
Yeah.
Please.
Big assets.
Don't triple captain Leno, or you know. Please play FPL as it should be played.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good one. The other question I would love to ask you again is differentials. Differentials play a big role because they help players basically have an advantage over, you know, in their mini leagues or the league they're in. What's your view on differentials, and which players can you name that you think could help our viewers out there?
Actually, differentials, players like Mitoma is a good asset.
Mitoma from Brighton.
And Buemo is also a good asset, but you shouldn't exceed like 3. You shouldn't risk.
Now there is another guy in our league whose whole team is like differentials, and I think in game week 3 he scored the lowest points, it was really detrimental. So you feel if you're to go for differentials, keep it a small number, and then try to mirror other teams on the other players. That's a really good tip.
Yeah, actually, like people tend to, because they support Arsenal, Man U, so they go in that team and bring out like differentials, like 3 of them.
Yeah.
So this FPL, it's about thinking. You have to get those premium assets.
Premium assets.
Yeah, big assets. Yeah, people like Haaland, and those people who can perform.
Okay.
Yeah, like Mbuemo, Mitoma, they are consistent in playing.
Okay. Now I know the league is still young, as they always say. We are just in game week 4, moving on to game week 5. But you, as you, is there a game week where you have captained anyone other than Haaland?
Actually, when I remember, I captained Bukayo Saka. That game when they...
Was it when City was playing?
No. It was not Bukayo Saka. Actually, it was Jackson.
You?
Yeah, Nottingham. They were playing Luton Town.
Yes.
If I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
So in that game week, like my head told me you should captain Sterling. I think Sterling is going, but I was like, wow,
nah. Returned. So you have Sterling on your team?
Yeah, actually, but I'm planning on selling him.
Amazing. So you got that, I think he scored 18 points?
Yeah.
Wow, incredible. And how did you pick Sterling? Because he's one of those players who really performed poorly last season. But then this season, of course, I think he's trying to really, impress and make sure his career doesn't, just go down the road. How did you pick him? Like, what did you base on?
Actually, me, I based on the preseason. Sterling was playing a good game. Him and Jackson and that guy who got injured from RB, plays that team from German. Sterling was playing a very good game in the preseason, so maybe that's why I had to bring him.
Good. So you're one of those people who watches preseason. Now I know there may be people out there thinking, where will I get the time to watch preseason, watch all these players? But the truth is, with FPL, you can play it, whether you've watched these games or not. First of all, there's just this element of luck. If you're really lucky, you could be the next winner of this 100K. So I would say don't go so much by, I haven't watched games. Just set up your team and honestly just see how it performs. Ask friends for tips and tricks, how to pick your team, and join FPL. So Ibra, I know usually when people win money, sometimes when that money is big, people come with masks so that they don't see them, but here you are in person, everybody can see you. You're a young, very cool guy. I just love your persona. I would want to know, with this money, of course I know you're going to enjoy it.
Yes.
But let me just assume that next month you win again, do you have any plans on how you plan to, what you plan to do with this money, or is it going to be for enjoyments?
I'm planning on, actually in Kawempe, we have a football team.
Wow.
Yeah, our captain has been pressurizing us, you guys, we should buy a jersey, everyone should have it. So, in my mind, I was like, if I get this money, first of all, I'm going to buy a jersey, because those guys have been really pressurizing us.
Wow.
So, and they're also going to be excited.
This is really impressive, because I mean, I've never met anybody like, I would say you who wins something and they're thinking of, how do I change my community, you know? And I would encourage, if you're out there and you watch this show and you really want to support Ibra and his football team, I think you should reach out, because these are, I would say, things that we just do out of, passion, but they could be the difference to someone else's life. So Ibra is going to buy a jersey. What team do you support, so that the viewers know?
Actually, I support Manchester United.
Ibra,
yes.
I don't need to say who I support, but I am sorry for what happened last weekend.
Yeah.
It was quite a game. Actually, speak to us about that game. What do you think went wrong for Manchester United? What did Arteta do right, or what did the players do right? For you, just give us a general overview of that game.
Actually, in that game, we overpacked the bus. If at all we press this Arsenal team, I think we'd get some good results.
Yeah.
And Arteta, of course, Arteta is a good coach.
Yeah.
Tactically. He brought in players like Gabriel Jesus. Who scored, and actually you have a good player called Bryce.
Yes. 100 million, man. 100 million, that's what it gives you. But yeah, I mean, I can't say that I agree with you absolutely. I think in the past, every time Man U has been playing Arsenal, they tend to sit back, There's even a game where actually you won, but we pressed you so hard that it was almost like, those wins whereby it's just painful. So I feel like, Manchester United has these amazing forwards, Garnacho, but somehow they never give them, the opportunity to play. And then I guess, every coach has his reasons why, because we are never there in the training. So maybe they assess and they're like, this guy makes more press-ups. This guy does 50 laps while Garnacho only does 25. Maybe those are the reasons. But what I would say is that I think Manchester has an amazing team. I don't know whether he's called Hojuland or Holland or whatever his name is.
Haaland.
Your Haaland. Manchester United's Haaland. He was pretty amazing when he came on. You could see, had he started, that was going to be a very hard game for our defenders. But looking at the future, I think Manchester United's future is bright. Let me see if there are any questions that my producer wanted me to ask you that I haven't asked. These ones are quick, rapid fire. Mitoma or Maddison, and why?
I think Maddison. Because of he plays the number 10 role, and there he can create, he can score. But Mitoma playing the left wing, I think it's kind of deep.
Yes.
It cannot enable him to score, provide an assist.
Yes.
It's kind of very hard. But Maddison, since he's playing that number 10 role, he'll provide you an assist or he'll score.
He'll score.
I think I'll go with Maddison.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, it's been an amazing opportunity to talk to you. A winner. I hope you win more. I don't know if there's anything that you would want to tell our viewers. You can look into the camera and give any advice in terms of FPL.
Actually, guys, don't give up, because in my first season, I really performed poorly. I remember I was number 600.
From 600 to number one. Wow.
Number one, yeah. Guys, don't give up. Revise your FPL teams. Go on Twitter, follow some FPL pages, get some tips. Yeah, I think you'll perform. And maybe luck. Sometimes luck.
Yes.
Luck is needed.
Yeah. Luck, like I would say honestly, you are lucky to have Sterling.
Sterling.
And I think that really boosted you. Not many players have, managers have him on their team. But yeah, I mean, to wrap this all up, I also play FPL.
Yeah.
I can't really talk about my performance in the past. I've really struggled. In our league, we have this thing whereby when you're the last, you're forced. So we have a pizza party at the end of the season, and then people come and we enjoy the money that we put in when we're. But if you were the last, you have to wear an apron. You have to eat last. And you have to serve everybody, you know. So I once got that position, and I must say I'm the FPL for dummies guy. So don't look at me for tips. But what I would say is that this season I have high hopes. And yeah, speaking to you, I'm sure I'm going to do well based on some of the tips you've shared. Thank you so much, Ibra. It's been a pleasure. And feel free to always drop in case we want to do a show with you. I've realized that you have a lot more to share. Cool. Viewers, anything that you want us to do before we go? Nothing. Cool. So, captain the best person for your team this coming week, and hopefully you will be the winner for the Addmaya FPL League in September. Wish you well. Cheers, guys.